Hello, everyone. Welcome to Leadership Talks. I'm your host, Kiran. I'm a leadership communication coach. Every week on Leadership Talks, we invite a leader to share their self leadership journey. Today, on the sixth episode of Leadership Talks, I have the privilege of having Mrs. Saumitra Dubey with me. Saumitra is a disability advocate, educator, resilience coach based in Ayodhya, India. In April 2021, I initiated a Give Back to the Community project, an educational initiative taken to bridge the technological gap and help students from economically weak families in rural India. From the get go, Saumitra has played an instrumental role as a project leader and has been driving this project at the ground level. With that, let me welcome Saumitra Dubey to Leadership Talks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi, Saumitra. Welcome to Leadership Talks.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, Saumitra. So I'm super excited to have you as part of Leadership Talks. You have been part of this Give Back to the Community project Enable from the get go. So I would like you to share with our viewers a little bit about Project Enable and your leadership role that you have taken up in this project.
So, I would like to start with the second part of the question, and that is about my leadership role in this Project Enable. So, initially, I have been gifted an opportunity to lead, and then I created an opportunity to lead. You remember, ma'am, in the month of March that I was sharing with you that I wanted to provide smartphone to my visually impaired students,
Absolutely.
and immediately you made my vision your mission, and in that sense you gifted me an opportunity to lead. But then after the after the conclusion of that first phase, I came up with a plan and the roadmap, and with the help of that I was able to create an opportunity to lead.
Absolutely.
And at the same time, your you gave me enough space in which I was able to take decision and I was able to evolve as a leader in this project. Now the first part of the question, and that is all about Project Enable. So this Give Back to Community project or program, it started with a belief that education is one of the best ways through which we can overcome the challenges that are there in front of us. And in this pandemic situation, where we are seeing in India that third wave is imminent, this this virtual class or the virtual education is a viable option. So with that in mind, first in the month of June, we distributed 10 smartphones to visually impaired students, and then the outcome was, it was outstanding. We were thrilled with the difference that we were witnessing in the life of these visually impaired children. And because of that, we decided that in this project Enable, we are going to broaden our initial efforts in all three dimensions: length, breadth, and depth. So
Absolutely.
let me describe this in a brief.
Mhm.
Length in the sense that this time we are going to touch directly more than 50 students and indirectly more than 150 students. Breadth, because now we are going to monitor them, we are going to mentor them for 15 months. And finally, the depth, because this time we want to make sure that more and more students get admission in Navodaya Vidyalaya, one of the best facility available, free of cost. And second, we are also conducting a study in which we will be able to conclude that what is the impact of this technical drive will be on their learning outcome. So, yes, I have created an opportunity for me to lead. At the same time, we are broadening in all three dimensions, and we are going to make it a success, ma'am.
Absolutely. So, Saumitra, it's all about uh, sharing of a vision, which started that spark which you shared with me, created a vision, and from there, the project has first impacted 10 visually impaired children, and now the scope has broadened to
Right,
what
ma'am.
we have talked about. We are going length, breadth, and depth. And it's going to be
Right,
an amazing opportunity because, as educators, our goal has always been to create equal educational opportunities for students. And this pandemic has definitely widened that gap, especially between the urban and rural students. So,
yes,
understanding
ma'am.
that need was so important, and being able to address it is another thing that we have been able to do with this project. So, I am super excited to see how this is going to be transforming not only just the 50 students, what we will be impacting directly, but also indirectly. So let me
Right,
ask you about this, Saumitra. Now, as Simon Sinek says, leadership is about empowering others to achieve things they did not think possible. Now, as a
right.
project leader, it's not only about you leading this project. What are the other impacts of empowering others is this project going to bring in at the ground level?
That is the key because, ma'am, we are here going to, to mentor this 150 student for 15 months. We
Mhm.
need young teachers, and they are going to be the key in the success of this project. So, as we have designed this whole project, we are going to delegate a lot of responsibility and the scope of leading. At the same time, throughout this 15 months, we we are creating webinars in which they will learn and grow. And we know leadership is all about learning and growing. So definitely there will be the huge scope for these young teachers to emerge as a leader. At the same time, I would like to share the impact of it that I am seeing in front of me. I am seeing in a three different ways. The first, that because of this pandemic situation, there is a helplessness, especially in this in young students who are dedicated. So our this effort, up to some extent, will be able to dispel the cloud of helplessness. The second is our success in making more and more enrollment in Navodaya Vidyalaya. It is going to break the mindset that is there, mindset of the parents, of the teachers, and of the students, that this facility is not made for them. That is there. I'm seeing that. And the last, that is very, very important. We are having many teachers and leaders, they are having wonderful ideas in their mind, but they are dormant in their mind. The success of our project will going to inspire them to bring that idea out and execute them. So that is three ways I am seeing the our project is going to impact in our society, ma'am.
Absolutely. And when we talk about it, leadership is about creating more leaders.
Right,
Vision was shared with me. We worked together, and we from working from Malaysia. You're based in India, and with your support, we have involved the local leadership. We have involved the district office, education office involved. We have the district resource people involved, and the trickle of effect of how project, which was initially just for the visually impaired children, has now scoped up to involving more children and also involving other teachers and empowering them to take new initiatives, be more creative, and come up with the best way that we can show progress in these students' lives. So,
right,
this
ma'am.
is definitely something that is super exciting. Yeah. So, Soumitra, now when we talk about leadership, we've talked about this journey that you have embarked on. But we would also like our viewers to know that this journey has not been very easy. You met with a very unfortunate accident, which had resulted in you becoming quadriplegic. Many people give up on their life and their dreams, but you took a different meaning, and you are trying, since that accident, trying to bridge those gaps. So, can you share with with our viewers about some of these obstacles that you faced as a quadriplegic, and how you are showing the world that you are not a burden but an asset?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for this question, because this is something very personal, and I must say that you know it was disheartening, because in a fraction of second, all my aspirations and my commitment, shattered. And and from my parents' point of view, it was brutal, because the old parents, they were seeing that now they have to nurture again their young son from the scratch, and for throughout their life. With that, for 4 years I was completely bedridden. For 11 years I was on charity. And not only that, even after 16 years, these complexities, are trying their best to cripple me. So yes, challenges are there. At the same time, I consider myself fortunate, because after that serious accident, I am still alive. I am talking to you. I am able to do this meaningful act, and I am living a decent and dignified life. So
Absolutely.
definitely, there's no doubt that I'm a fortunate person. With that, the we see India is a society, the developing country, but it is an inclusive society. There are the laws, everything is there, but if we want our rights, we have to fight. I know in this 16 years, for from very small to big things, for everything I have to fight. Even to get a scribe to write my papers, I have to fight, that I need it. So there was a struggle, and there is a struggle. But putting that aside, when in 2015 I was able to get this job, I was considered as a burden, as a liability on my department. And what I am asking even today, I'm only asking that please give me a place where I can access through my wheelchair independently, and can perform my teaching responsibility effectively and in a dignified manner. I'm only asking this, but that is not happening. So I was attached to district jail first of all, and it was considered as something where there's nothing to do. But there, what I did, I was I bought a mobile projector there. With those young students, we were listening song, we were dancing, we were having motivational videos, and we were having very good time. At the same time, I invested heavily on the art and craft activities, and they were able to release their anger and pain with that. So I did not get any certificate for that. And even today, people consider that it was a very easy job. But the tears on the eyes of those young prisoners, my loving students, when I was departing on the last day, it was a big certificate. And at the same time, when for 4 years I was with visually impaired students, I had no training to teach them, but I was trying whatever coming to my mind. Like I was making activity in which I was giving them exposure of different type of sounds, and I was updating them ki, what is happening in the world. And somehow I was helping them ki, okay, you want to become this, so how can you become that. So I was able to give them a hope. And as you know, out of 10, 6 have got admission in ninth and 10th standard in special school. So it's a big achievement, and this is a big certificate for me. So as you said just before this question, that leadership is all about making difference in the life of people who are around us.
And
And
you have been empowering the people that are around you, including the students who were in the prison. You had shared with me earlier that many of them have actually come back to society, and
right,
they were able to come back into society. And that is an achievement from your side, because juvenile students, once they go into jail, there is very little hope many a times for us to make them
right.
part of society again. So with your in spite of your limitations, if you were able to show them a vision and give them hope for a better future and empower them with those techniques, those strategies, with those hopes, you were able to make them to dream again. And I think that is something, Saumitra, that when we are able to give someone a dream that they can start seeing even in the day, that is something that is can be
Yes,
mind
ma'am.
blowing. Yeah. So I would say that I'm looking forward to how Project Enable is going to be creating dreams and new futures for our new generation of students who are in rural India, who lack the technology to be included. And with this project, and I would urge other viewers who are viewing this show today and listening to us that if you want to be part of this Project Enable and sponsor a phone to these children, please get in touch with us. We will be more than happy to have more hands join, because no matter how many people are part of the cause, it's never enough. More hands,
Right.
right? So, with that, Saumitra, would you like to add one last thing that you would like to say to our young leaders who do not think that they are actually leaders?
Yes, to lead, we need not any title. Simply wherever we are, whatever resources we are having, if we are just trying to go one extra mile, I think we, over the period of time, we emerge as a natural leader. And if we
Absolutely.
keep in our mind, we all are leaders. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely. So it's not about leadership is not about a position. It's about a person who has the vision to be able to share their vision with others, who can then join hands and make that vision a reality. So you have been part of this vision of bringing new hope to these children in rural India. Thank you so much, Saumitra, for that. And
Thank you,
let me
ma'am. It was my pleasure to be the part of it. I'm learning a lot and I am improving a lot with this project and in the company, in your company, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you to you and all our viewers for listening to us today. Leadership Talks will be back next week with another leader to share their journey. For more information about leadership card, join our Facebook page. For more information about the Give Back to the Community Project Enable, please visit our Facebook page. Till then, this is Kiran, your host, signing off. Thank you.
Thank you.